The story of Lot in Genesis 19 ends with a series of tragic events that highlight the serious consequences of moral compromise and disobedience. In Genesis 12:1, God gave a clear command to Abram alone. The Lord had said to Abram, "Leave your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you." Bringing Lot along was Abram's decision, not part of God's original instruction. Lot's journey, as recorded in the book of Genesis, is a powerful reminder of how individual decisions can ripple into God's larger plan. Let's look at 5 key decisions Lot made that impacted both his life and Abram's mission. 1. Lot's misalignment with God's vision. Although Lot wasn't directly called by God, he chose to follow Abram, placing himself near a divine promise he didn't fully understand. This proximity offered spiritual opportunity, but Lot's lack of discernment meant he failed to recognize the significance of his role or respond in faith. Second, conflict over resources. As Lot and Abram grew wealthy, tensions rose between their herdsmen over land and resources. What seemed like a logistical issue carried deeper spiritual weight. To maintain peace, Abram allowed Lot to choose his territory first. Lot chose the lush plains near Sodom, a region notorious for its moral corruption. This choice revealed a preference for prosperity over purpose. Third, Lot's capture and Abram's rescue. Settling near Sodom placed Lot in the crossfire of regional wars, leading to his capture. Abram was forced to intervene, organizing a rescue that diverted attention and resources from his divine calling. This act of rescue, while noble, showed how Lot's decisions could drag others into unnecessary battles. 4. Persistent ties to Sodom. Even after being saved, Lot returned to Sodom, further embedding himself in a godless culture. His unwillingness to separate from wickedness led to greater suffering, especially during the city's destruction. Though Abram wasn't directly harmed, Lot's situation likely remained a concern, potentially distracting him from his own mission. The tragic aftermath, Genesis 19:30-38. Following Sodom's fall, Lot isolated himself with his daughters. Under the corrupt influence of their past, they committed incest with their father, leading to the birth of Moab and Ben-Ammi, forefathers of the Moabites and Ammonites. These nations would become persistent enemies of Israel, complicating the path of Abraham's descendants and God's covenant. Final reflection. Lot's story teaches us that recognizing and embracing our God-given role, whether prominent or supportive, is crucial. When we step out of alignment, even with good intentions, we risk unintended consequences that affect more than just ourselves. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like and subscribe to help support the channel.